Kaya wa Turaga serati mai na noko palelevu ingi loi wengu.
Bula.
Turaga Natui Wanibu, members of the Vanua, Permanent Secretary for Ministry of Rural and Maritime Development, staff from Waterways and Environment, staff from Ministry of Rural and Maritime Development, and staff from Ministry of Agriculture. Bulavnaka to you all. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. The traditional ceremony, I really appreciate that. On behalf of our Prime Minister, Honorable Bani Marama, I want to pass his well wishes to you all. And it's a pleasure to be here today. It's amazing place. I think you all are blessed. You all are blessed. You know, we're not that fortunate in Suva to have this kind of natural environment. You know? And I think the onus is on us to ensure that we protect and look after our environment, so that our future generations can also benefit from the environment and natural resources that you all have here today, that you are enjoying. And as Minister for Environment, Waterways and Environment, I want to assure you that we are doing our best to ensure that while growth and development is taking place in the country, our environment is not compromised. And it's our obligation that we ensure that the future generations are not compromised when it comes to environment, accessibility to quality environment and natural resources. And we are very particular when we get proposals for development projects. We ensure that our environmental laws are not breached. We ensure that the environment is protected and safeguarded, but at the same time we facilitate investment, facilitate growth. Every week we get applications for EIA, environmental impact assessment. Whenever it comes to environment, we ensure that the experts within the Department of Environment undertakes a thorough review and develop a terms of reference for undertaking an environmental impact assessment. And I want to urge you all to assist us in monitoring the natural resources and environment, and bring to us if you see anyone trying to breach our environmental regulations, or if I may say, are doing anything which could have an irreversible impact on the environment and natural resources. We must protect the environment and natural resources. We are blessed, and we are enjoying the benefits of the quality of environment and natural resources we have. This we must always acknowledge our forefathers who have left these natural resources at this state for us to enjoy, and it is our obligation and responsibility that we leave it in the same state for the future generations. But we must also note that our environment and natural resources are under threat from climate change. It is given that it is also affecting and threatening our communities who are along coastal areas, who are staying along river banks. So it puts a lot of challenge on us. How do we secure our villages, our settlements, our communities, our infrastructure, which are along the coast, along river banks, and in low-lying areas, because now what is happening up in the catchment also determines the extent to which the effect of climate change has on the on communities living in the low-lying area and the floodplains. So it is in this regard that in 2017, our Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Minister for Economy announced the establishment of a dedicated Ministry of Waterways and Environment to respond to issues of climate change, to protect our environment, protect our waterways, protect our natural resources. And since then, you would have seen that we have done a lot of work in terms of riverbank protection, in terms of coastal protection, in terms of maintaining waterways so that water is discharged and it doesn't overflow and affect communities and villages and settlements who are living along the waterways. And I want to assure you, on behalf of our government, on behalf of our Honorable Prime Minister, that we will, via the Ministry of Waterways and Environment, via the Ministry of Rural and Maritime Development, we will continue to protect our communities, particularly communities who are living outside the core, in the periphery, in the maritime area, in deep interior, because they're more vulnerable. They're more vulnerable, and they are also do not have that kind of resources to secure themselves. It is in this regard that any government needs to be more proactive in mobilizing more resources to protect our people in the rural and maritime area. So it is in this regard that whenever it comes to issues with regard to rural and maritime community, we give a priority. I've been here since Tuesday evening in Vanvalevu, allocating my time for the communities here because they need our attention. They need our close scrutiny in terms of ensuring that service delivery is taking place. We have our staff, we got our resources, we have our machinery, we have our office, but it is imperative on us, myself, our permanent secretaries, to ensure that we also get first-hand knowledge about service delivery at the ground level. We're not gonna operate or have arm's length dealing. We will ensure that we have first-hand information about how service delivery is taking place at the lowest level, so that you all are not affected. You all get the best, from government resources. And that is why how governments will remain relevant and how governments must function. And I want to let you know that whenever we make policies in cabinet, whenever we make our draft policies in ministry, we always have people in the rural and maritime area in our mind, because they must be given that level of attention and support so that they too can have a decent living. Whenever I go to places closer to urban area and people complain about quality of road, people complain that they want tassel road, etc. And I always remind them that there are communities in the interior where we don't have even road. They don't have a good water source. They don't have electricity. And I say that, look, you complaining about the road here. You're asking for a tassel road. But look, at the moment we are ensuring that everyone are connected to the road. And very important that communities are connected in this day and age. I'm so happy to note that we have got good connection here, a Wi-Fi connection, a phone connection, because with that you're connected to the entire world. And it will also ensure that your children can get quality education, because with data connection, there's enormous amount of information out in the web platform, and it's important that you have data connection. I think the village here is very fortunate that you have got good data connection. Now, talking about children, our government's priority, number one priority, is investment in children's education. Because investment in children's education will also guarantee a knowledge-based society in future for Fiji. If we are building investment in education now, meaning we are building a prosperous, peaceful, and stable future Fiji. And today, it's a very happy occasion for the village that we have got, or we will be opening a kindergarten block, which ensures that your children will have quality foundation education. Our time, I don't think PSU went to kindergarten. We didn't. We didn't have these facilities, There was no kindergarten in our village. I'm from northern Manindi. But I can see the importance of kindergarten education. It is a very important phase in the life of a child, because that's the first time a child is transiting from home to school. Very important phase, because you can make it or break it. And I always say, being a former Minister for Education, that a kindergarten teacher plays 3 roles: a role of a teacher, role of a parent, role of a counselor. Very important role. Very difficult to teach in the kindergarten class or class 1 and 2 to some extent, because children who come to kindergarten, first time they've come out of their home. How do you ensure that the child feels wanted in the kindergarten? The child won't run away from the kindergarten back home. So important role of a teacher of a kindergarten to make the child feel at home, to ensure that the child doesn't miss the parents. So, and at the same time, the teacher has to teach, impart that knowledge, the curriculum. So that teacher in kindergarten has 3 roles to play: teach, counsel the students, and also look after the children like you are the parent. And I always would want to, I admire our kindergarten teachers. Who is the kindergarten teacher here? Okay, maybe she may be around, he may be around. But I want to say that this investment of establishing a quality ECE block is an investment in your children's future. And government will not shy away from ensuring that your children get quality education. When we were in primary school, the high school, there was a worry. Our parents were worried that how they will send their child to high school, how they will send their child to a university, because where will they get the money to pay tuition fee? In those days, even now to a large extent, in the rural maritime area, it's difficult for people to save that amount of money, particularly for university. Also for high school, when the high school is far away, then every day, on a daily basis, you need cash to pay for bus fare. And the bus fare is not cheap. It's not a small amount. Now you may have it on a Monday, but every day you must have. And when you have 3 or 4 kids from one house going to school, it's not easy to send all the 4 kids to school. So I recall the story of Nemani Bainivalu. He has about 5 or 6 kids, So he used to work in a TV station, I don't know, MBC or Fiji TV. So he used to work late in the night. So and he wants to sleep late in the morning. So every morning his wife will wake up, hey, Nemani. No. Get the money, because the children has to go to school. Nemani will wake up, put his hand on the table, find something. I said, okay, yeah. But that's not enough for the 4 kids to go to school. So he will say, okay, 2 will go today, another 2 will go tomorrow, 1 will go on Friday. Bula. After government introduced the bus fare, free bus fare scheme, Nemani can sleep late really well. The wife never wakes him up. He has to have a peaceful sleep. He wakes late, works late, then he can at least sleep late. Wife at the morning will prepare the breakfast for the children, the lunchbox for the child. She takes them to the road. The RSL vehicle comes, bye-bye to the kids. The kids go to the school, come back. That's the level of importance this government is giving to ensure that you have a dream. Your dream is same as our dream. His dream is to send, or my dream is to send my child to primary, to high school, to university. My dream and your dream is no different. You also want your child to go to high school. You also want your child to go to university. Why should it be different just because you are in a village, just because you are a farmer? And I'm a minister, why should my dream and your dream be different? That's how this government, after making education free, has leveled the playing field. That look, whether you're a farmer, whether you're a villager, or a permanent secretary or a minister, everyone's children deserves to get quality education without any obstacle, without any worry about where will I get the money from. I know in our days, our parents used to sell the draft bullock, the bullock that we used to work on the farm to get the money to pay tuition fee. So those were the difficult days when people used to withdraw their FNP, only money or saving for social security to pay for the children's fee. Today you don't have to worry about that. When I see the level of indiscipline amongst our children in school, and I'm very worried because the teachers are under enormous pressure. And we need to protect our teachers. Our children need to get the right education from home so that when they get to the school, when they enter the gate of the school, they're there to learn. They're there to learn to educate themselves. And they don't become a problem for the teachers to handle them. And I urge all parents in this country to look after their children, to give them the right education at home, so that when they get to school, they behave and they're there. For the primary objective is to gain education, to have a better future. And I urge all of you, please do look after your children, do talk to them about basics in life, about respect to elders, respect to teachers, how they should conduct themselves in the society, and say no to drugs. It's become a major problem now in Fiji. And it is a problem because drug peddlers know that our children are vulnerable, they're emotional, and it's an easy target for them. And they lure around the gates of the schools to peddle drug to our children. And if we don't protect our children, we will then have a future Fiji which will be in a big chaos. So please look after your children, protect your children. I urge you all that our children need a lot of protection and support now than what we needed in our days, because we didn't have social media, we didn't have drugs those days. Our children are under enormous pressure. So I urge you all that while we build the classrooms, schools, that's not enough to develop better citizens or guarantee better citizens. You need to play a very important role. As Minister for Agriculture, as Minister for Rural Maritime Development and Minister for Waters and Environment, I want to assure you there is a revolution going around in terms of getting agriculture to a greater height. We want agriculture to grow, we want agriculture to expand, and in this pathway, we need you to get your land under agriculture, open up new land under agriculture. We are here to support you, to provide you with the planting material, to assist you in land clearing, to assist you in plowing. We are ready. And ultimately, we are here to pick up your produce. We have agro-marketing authority based in Sabsabu. We want to assure you that we will buy all your produce. We'll buy all your ingona, we'll buy all your tapioca, we'll buy all your dalo, we'll buy all your bongo chilies, we'll buy all your duruka. We will expand the list later on, but at the moment, this is the products that we will buy from here. I want to assure you that you can grow any amount of cassava, any amount of dalo, any amount of yams, any amount of mongo chilies, any amount of duruka, any amount of kava. We will buy agro-marketing authority. I think the agro-marketing authority rep is here today. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So what I'm saying is that don't worry about the market. Of course the price will fluctuate. Right. But look, we are here to pick up your produce from your farm gate. From your farm gate. So that's the agriculture that you're promoting, is that, look, get your land under production. Idle land has no value. Land which does not provide positive return has no value. Valuation of land is based on the returns from it. Bring it under production. It is in your interest, in the interest of your family, in the interest of your village, in national interest that we must get agriculture to grow. I want to thank you for being here today, and I look forward to having a Talanwa session with you. Naka.
Elo saranga Biaugunu levo ngolina matintue na bibuke adamena ni memteotiko ikerna ni memone bulera bondolor chova matakalila ingendo bimani ono na kaloko sarayanda sandon tala merayanda kinirna irna soni bulirna ngone bulna kindi yo Biaugunu ka bona matintu ni mai soliendo na wale meranga rabinga kinelom ni Koro sanarani ra yan Biaugunu matalilai rangole mi korivuli ena ngauna dondonu waru taktala me Biaugunu kana kakana mermekani no korivuli iyo ina mbake ngo lima mbechuna ngonerto ngoli chkoi korivuli rangole chuna Saqani District School kindergarten ena mbake katuma imbe kasana keto marauta vale bunisa maindola nito valinikinda sarnarani buli bolek ngana sul-sul inani tukor